Okay, first grade, like I said in the introduction video, we were going to come to the floor and you were going to need a cup for us to do our song about some cute little ducks. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is learn the song, and then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with the cup. Okay, so here's our first verse. Sing this after me. Here we go. 6 little ducks that I once knew. See if you can sing that, please. All right, here we go. Ready? Sing. 6 little ducks that I once knew. Okay, here's the next line. Round, one skinny, one spare, one's two. See if you can sing that. Here we go. Round, one skinny, one spare, one's two. Okay, here's the next one. But the one little duck with a feather on his back. Try that. Here we go. But the one little duck with a feather on his back. Here's our next part. Listen very carefully. He led the others with a quack, 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 quack. See if you can sing all that. That's kind of a big chunk, but it'll be okay. All right, let's try it. Here we go. He led the others with a quack, 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 quack. And then our last part of this first verse is just the same as you sang a second ago. So listen carefully. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Just like that, okay? All right, so let's see if we can put all that together. So I'm going to remind you of the words real quick. 6 little ducks that I once knew, round, one skinny, one spare, one's two, but the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a what? That's right, quack, quack, quack. And then we repeat, quack, 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 quack. And then we end with, he led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Okay, let's see if you can sing the whole thing, and then I'll show you what we're going to do with the cups, and then we'll learn the second verse. Okay, here we go. Ready? We're singing. 6 little ducks that I once knew, round, one skinny, one spare, one's two, but the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a quack, 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 quack. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Just like that. Cool. All right, so now if you don't have your cup yet, make sure you get a plastic one, nothing that's breakable. If you got these little solo cups, I like to put them together because it's a little stronger when we use 2 cups as opposed to 1, which is a little, I'm dropping cups here, which is a little weaker. So if you got cups like this, that's totally great, but nothing breakable. Absolutely nothing breakable. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set my cup here. So here's how this is going to go. We're going to keep a steady beat on our cups. And don't worry, I know you guys are like, oh, we're doing steady beat again. Well, there's a reason we're doing steady beat one more time, because after we learn the song, I got something pretty cool I'm going to show you, okay? All right, so here is your first part. So you're going to tap one knee, then you're going to tap the other knee, and then you're going to tap the floor, and then you're going to tap the top of the cup. Just like that, okay? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to put that with the song, so I want you guys to watch first, okay? So here we go. Watch carefully. 6 little ducks that I once knew, round, one skinny, one spare, one's two. Do you see what I'm doing here? Yeah, so I'm just keeping my pattern going while I sing the song. That's all I'm doing. I'm just keeping that pattern, okay? All right, so let's see if you guys can try it with me, all right? So let's sing the song as we go, and if you can't remember all the words, that's totally okay. Just sing it as best you can, all right? The main thing is to keep that steady beat pattern, all right? So here we go. Ready? We're singing. 6 little ducks that I once knew, round, one skinny, one spare, one's two, but the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a quack, 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 quack. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Great job. Okay, so now let's learn the second verse. And while we learn the words to the second verse, I'm just going to go ahead and do our pattern with it, okay? All right, so here's our first line. Listen very carefully. Down to the river they would go. Now you try. Here we go. Down to the river they would go. Excellent. Now here's our next one. We get to use some funny words with this one. All right, here we go. Wibble wobble to and fro. Yeah, I said wibble wobble. All right, let's see if you can sing that with me. Ready? Go. Wibble wobble to and fro. Excellent, okay? And then the rest of it is the same as the first verse, but the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a what? Quack, quack, quack. That's right. Okay, let's see if you can sing all of the second verse. So we're going to start with down to the river they would go, wibble wobble to and fro. All right. So and then we'll keep going into the rest of the verse. All right. All right. Let's try it. Here we go. Down to the river they would go, wibble wobble to and fro. But the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a quack, 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 quack. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Yeah, just like that. You guys are awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the whole song all the way through with the 6 little ducks and everything you got, okay? You guys ready? All right, so here we go. Ready? 6 little ducks that I once knew, round, one skinny, one spare, one's two. But the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a quack, 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 quack. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Down to the river they would go, wibble wobble to and fro. But the one little duck with a feather on his back, he led the others with a quack, 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 quack. He led the others with a quack, quack, quack. Awesome! You guys did so good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring everything up and bring the computer, bring me up, and we'll sit in a chair. And I'm going to display the music for 6 Little Ducks on the screen for you to see. And then we're going to take that and we're going to talk about some really interesting things that we find in the music. You've been talking about steady beat. So now let's find out what it is we're doing on this steady beat in order to create the song we just sang. Okay? All right. So let's move on. I'm going to put the words up on the screen, and we'll keep going.
Okay, first grade, as promised, I told you we were going to share the screen and I was going to show you what that song looks like that you just did. Now, oh my goodness, there's so much going on in here. First thing we should notice that we've got the words that we sang down here, 6 little ducks that I once knew, round, one skinny, one spare, one's two. So what we're going to do now is talk about what these symbols are, just some of them, not all of them. We're going to talk about what some of these symbols are on top. Now, you remember doing a steady beat as you did that song. 6 little ducks that I once knew. But you're going to notice that there's a lot of words and music notes happening on top of each of those music notes, or each of those beats. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw as best I can. Don't laugh at how bad my hearts are, you guys. 4 hearts. Now, each one of these hearts represent a beat of music, one of our steady beats of music. I think my last heart was probably my best. The other ones are not all that great. Don't laugh at me, y'all. Don't laugh at me. It makes me sad if you laugh at me. Now, whenever we create music, we take those steady beats and we do something called rhythm. Now, if I only want one sound on a steady beat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply draw a symbol that looks like this. So it almost looks like the letter D, doesn't it? It's got this little circle here that you shade in, and then it's got a stem going up. We call that, very simply, ta, just like that. And the ta represents one sound on one beat. Say that with me. One sound on one beat. Very good. Now, what happens if I want more than one sound on one beat? Well, I need 2 of these, okay? So I'm going to draw 2 of these little things here. as best I can. Well, that's not too bad. But you know what? That just looks like two tas to me. I need to do a little something to those to make sure that I know that that is two sounds on one beat. So I'm going to put a line across the top and connect them. Now, when I do that, they change from ta, ta to ti. And y'all forgive me for the writing. I'm actually trying to write with a computer mouse. It makes it a little harder. Now, each one of these T's, one T all by itself, is only worth half of a beat. So this T right here would only be worth half of a beat. That's like having two halves of a pizza. Now, if I want to make them whole and make it worth one beat, I put them together by connecting them across the top, and that equals one beat, but I have two sounds on one beat, okay? Two sounds on one beat. So now I'm going to erase that. Let me erase some of this stuff here, make it a little neater. And so for that, we say T. I'm only tapping one steady beat, but I'm making sure that I make two sounds. T, just like that. Now let's see if we can do the ta and the TT back to back. Listen to me do it first. Ta, TT. I only had two beats, but I just made three sounds. See if you can try that with me. Ready? Go. Ta, TT. Just like that. You guys are awesome. Now, there's another symbol in this that tells us we don't want any sound on our beat. No sound at all, okay? So I'm going to draw him up here as best I can. Actually, it wasn't too bad. He looks like a little lightning bolt. And if you want to see a much better drawn one than what I did, he's right here in our music. Okay, now that little lightning bolt looking symbol tells us we want a beat of silence. We don't want any sound on that beat. Okay, so that's what that one is. But you know what I want you to do for right now? I actually want you to say shh to remind yourself that that symbol means no sound on that beat. That does not mean that we ignore the beat. The beat is still there. We're just not going to make any sound on that beat. Okay? So now our rhythm looks like this. Ta, ti, sh. See if you can try that with me. Ready? Go. Ta, ti, sh. And that should meant no sound on that beat. Now I'm going to end my rhythmic pattern here with that. And who remembers what that was called? Yeah, that's called ta. Just like the one on our first beat. Okay? All right, so let's see if we can try that. You ready? We're going to say this whole pattern. Ready? Go. Ta, ti, sh, ta. Try that again. Ready? Go. Ta, ti, sh, ta. You guys are awesome. Now, if we take that from what we understand about ta and tt and sh, and we put it into our song, we actually get a cool, trying to shade this in here, we actually get a cool little sound. So I don't know why they don't have that. Oh, that is so bad. So bad. Let me try another one here. Try to make it a little bit smaller. And then a little curve. Okay, that is a really bad beat of sh, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so what I'd like us to do now is we're going to speak the rhythm in our first little measure here, okay? So these first four beats, beat 1, beat 2, even though there's 2 of them, we make 2 sounds on one beat. And then here's beat 3, and here's beat 4. So let's see if we can say this pattern. What's the first one? Ta. What's the second one? TT, very good. What's our third one? It's ta. And what's the fourth one? It's ta too. So see if you can say that with me. Ready? Go. Ta, ti, ta, ta. You guys are awesome. Now look at our second 4-beat pattern. What do we have on our first beat? Yeah, it's a ta. The second beat, another ta. And our third beat, another ta. All right, and what do we call this one at the end? That's our beat of shh. So let's say our second part. Ready? Go. Ta, 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 shh. You guys are so awesome. Now we've already done, well, no, we haven't done this pattern. This one's a little bit different. Okay, so what do we have on our first beat? Yeah, that's a ta. What's on our second beat? It's another ta. What's on our third beat? Ti. And what's on the fourth beat? Another ta. So let's see if we can say this one. Ready, go. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta. You guys are getting good at this. All right, let's look at this rhythm here. What do we start with? Ta. What's the next one? That's right, ta again. What's on our third one? It's another ta. And what's on the fourth beat? Ti, ti. Okay, so let's see if you can say that. Ready? Go. Ta, 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 ti, ti. You guys are so good at this. Okay, now if you look at the next line, we're not going to go through every one of these, but you know what? I'm going to put you to the test. That's what I'm going to do. I want you guys to see if you can say the rhythmic patterns on the second line without us going over it first. Can you? Yeah, sure you can, because you guys are awesome. All right, so let's see if we can do that second line. You ready? Here we go. Ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, ti. Now watch out. Ti, 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 ta, shh, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 shh. Excellent. Okay. Now, let's see if you can do the same thing with the third line. Let's go through the whole third line without going over it first and see how you do. You're going to do amazing. You guys are geniuses. All right, so here we go. Ready? Go. Ta, 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 shh, ta, 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 shh, ta, ti, 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 ta, 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 shh. Okay. Now, you don't have to do this with me, but I'm going to show you what happens when I take the melody that we were singing for Six Little Ducks, those music notes we were doing with our voices, and I'm going to sing it on the rhythm without the words. Check this out. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Ta, ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ta. Ti, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti, 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 ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ta, ta. Ta, ti, 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 ta, ta, ta. Did you see what I did? That was our song. But I was able to break my song down into what it looks like in a rhythm. Okay, so now you guys got a very basic understanding of 3 symbols that we see in rhythms. Trust me, there are so many more than that, but we're going to start with just these 3. Ta, ti, ti, and sh. So we're going to be doing a lot more with these 3 patterns in the coming weeks. So what I need you to do now is make sure that you go take your quiz, all right? So don't forget that your quiz links are located in the description of this video if you're watching this on YouTube now. It's also located down at the bottom below the video on Schoology, and it's also located back on my website at the quiz link down below the introduction video page, okay? All right, so I will see you guys very soon. And the next week, I hope you enjoyed today. And just keep on singing. Bye.